Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Okie Podcast. On this episode, this podcast is going to be my first Zoom podcast. So don't be alarmed. It may sound different, but on this one, I have two very special guests, and they are James McCloud and Steve Chaparro. These guys are fucking great, awesome bros. They are the host of the Right Potatoes podcast, and I've been sharing their stuff. And if you haven't yet, for some reason, please go check out their podcast. It's really great content. It's highly original, and it's a funny show. It has great chemistry. I mean, it just has everything that you could want in a podcast. And my favorite thing is, they talk about movies. And please go check out their podcast, give them a rate, review, and please subscribe to their podcast. Go follow their Instagram page. Do everything you can to show that support. Join us on this episode for a fun time, a great time, and it is my first Zoom podcast, so it's a little crazy. But I hope everybody enjoys this episode. We're going to for sure do it again because time just flew by in this episode. And I mean, we got to talk about a lot of stuff, but there's more to talk about and there's more to say. And then I'm getting used to Zoom. And I'm reaching out to more people about the Zoom podcast. So I hope everybody's enjoying the show. And thank you for listening to the show and just supporting it. Hope you all enjoy this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Okie Podcast. Welcome, everybody, to Okie Podcast. We're going to try something new with some two good friends, James McCloud and Steve Chaparro. Did I butcher that?
No, that's good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
So we're on the Zoom right now.
Yeah, I was going to say if you go to Chaparro.
Yeah. So we're on the Zoom right now, trying this out. So if it doesn't work, then we'll probably do it again. So what's up, fellas?
What's up, man? How we doing? Not much.
Doing good. Did you just get done with your episode?
Yeah, it was a bit longer than our usuals, but I think it turned out pretty good.
It was a bit longer?
Yeah, it's like I think it's like probably an hour and 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, we kind of smashed doing 3 movies into one because we did a trilogy.
Wasn't
so
the
instead of
oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so instead of us like doing one episode for each movie, we just decided to smash it all into one.
Like the It.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Blade. Yep, the Blade trilogy too, like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty bummed out that I caught up on all your episodes.
Oh man, you were smashing.
It gave me something to listen to at work, and then by the time I got to ours, the Haggard one, I was like, damn it. Now I gotta wait on the next one.
Hey, wait the weekly like everyone else.
I know, man. Shit, if the studio decided to pick us up, dude, and they're like, hey, instead of going to work, just record, and be like, all right, I'll give you 3 episodes a week. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I would love that too. Shit.
That'd be sick.
So if you guys introduce yourselves to the listeners, well, my listeners, where you from, where you grew up. Let's just vibe. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. I'm James McCloud. I'm from Reno, Nevada. I've known Russ for probably like 12 years, something like that. We met at IIA, but right now I'm back home in Nevada, just working, me and Steven do our own podcast called The Right Potatoes, where we basically look at reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and pick movies that they've wrongly reviewed, and we give them the life that they deserve.
So you're from Reno, born and raised?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I was born in, Renown?
Yep.
The Renown by the GSR.
Oh, okay.
That's where I was born. It used to be called Washoe Med.
Oh,
that's where I was born.
Look at you, dude. Damn, I didn't know that.
Damn. I thought you knew that, Steve.
Yeah, dude, I don't know anything about my friends, dude. I just know all this. They're all a bunch of weirdos and shit. I had no idea. No, I'm just my name's Steven. I was born in Bishop, California, and I moved to Carson City when I was like 7. So I've pretty much been in the Reno, Carson area ever since, really. I moved for a couple of years to work, and that's pretty much it, man. Other than that, I mean, I went to school up here, graduated from UNR with a mining engineering degree, and then now I just working in construction and doing podcasts, listening to different music, listening to different podcasts, collecting shit, comics, toys, whatever I can get my hands on, really. So, I guess I stream too. I do the Twitch streaming as well for my gaming.
Oh, nice.
Playing a little bit of Call of Duty. I do a lot of the Rainbow Six Siege as well. James is one of the biggest supporters on there. He comes in and talks shit about my gameplay. So, but other than that, man, I mean, that's pretty much it. We live out here in Fernley currently. So, James comes from Reno every either week or every other week, so we can record our podcast. Yeah, man, that's what we do here. Nothing crazy yet.
Yeah.
Until we win the lottery, baby.
Damn, I know James told me that you guys kind of met through another friend, but I thought you both like grew up like together, like you'd known each other forever, like your whole lives. But now hearing you're from California.
Shit, I don't even remember when we met.
I think we met through Javier.
Probably.
Yeah, that was it. Javier.
Yeah, which I mean, we've both gone to hardcore shows and stuff like that for a long time. I couldn't even tell you shit. Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly when we met, but we started hanging out. We went to a bunch of Comic Cons and stuff together, which is where we kind of started our friendship, I guess. And then we just been hanging out ever since. So movies and comics and food.
Yeah.
That's our friendship right
That's
there.
the foundation of our friendship.
Yeah, that's what it was with me and James too. Go to the
Hell
movies
yeah,
all the
dude.
time and fucking just chill out. I miss those days. Damn it. Now we can't do shit.
The older you get, the more, I don't know, if you keep thinking about life like that, dude, it gets pretty fucking depressing.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks, but like with the digital age now, it's a little bit easier for like me and you to see each other.
Mm-hmm.
Which I enjoy because it gives me a chance to catch up with like you. I got to catch up with Diedrich, Tyler, everyone just through things like this, like Zoom.
Mm-hmm. Finally on Zoom now. Took me a while.
Zoom's pretty cool, man. I mean, I do it for like work and stuff like that too. So
yeah,
it's pretty reliable. I'm really bad at like keeping in contact with people. It's not that I don't like them or anything. It's just I'm not as social as I once was. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I'll say what's up. I like to see that you're, winning out there, or, you're going somewhere in life and shit like that. But it's like, I usually don't reach out, unless it's like give congratulations or a quick happy birthday or something. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
For me, mainly, especially with my friends I've made outside of Nevada, I always try to keep contact with as much people as I can. Even if it's like once a month, I'll be like, hey, reaching out, how's it going? this and that, to catch up, and then I try to keep, my friends close.
Yeah,
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I get that too.
Especially when you need a place to stay because you're going to a different Comic-Con.
Yeah. That's why I figured. I was like, at least I know I got places to stay if I go out of state.
Yeah, dude. Which that's what people should be, though, too. It's like if they ever need a place to stay, they're just like, hey, for whatever reason, I'm out in Fernley. You have a place I can crash.
Yeah, if you're ever in Oklahoma, let me know.
Ooh.
If you're ever running from some hillbillies, come over.
You take a wrong turn, you're on
the wrong turn.
the wrong turn crew.
Hey, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Dude. We'll get too deep in that. We don't need him getting his podcast booted for me saying something yet.
4 episodes in.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so did you get that third episode out? Is the third episode out?
No, it comes out Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I only listened to the 2, so.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Yeah, like I'll probably do, if everything works out on this one, release you guys the next Wednesday. But damn, like this next week, man, I have like, I might have one tomorrow. I have one Wednesday, Friday, maybe Saturday too. So I have like fucking four shows to like fucking record.
But that's good though.
Yeah, I just got done editing yesterday's show just to make room for those other ones I got coming up. So it's gonna be a long week.
Yeah, but it's gonna be worth it. At least you got the backlog instead of trying to fly by the seat of your pants, kind of like we do sometimes, or just once a week we do it.
That's what I was wanting to do, once a week, but if shit comes up, then I'll have something to push out. Yeah. So it's like it works out. So whatever. But I'm trying to.
Oh, good.
Oh, I'm just like been writing down questions. Just trying to be when I was on your guys' is like be more ahead or have more shit that I need than I need. However you phrase that, Steve. I forgot how you phrase that.
It's better to have more than not enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It always helps to be over prepared.
Yeah. Over prepared. That was it. Something like that.
So we usually record like 2 weeks in a single Sunday, so that we can just so James doesn't have to drive out here every weekend, even though I'm in Reno Monday through Friday at least anyway. But since we record here off my computer, it's like, well, I guess I could just take a mic. We'll just have to get beef to get a computer, and
once I get my house,
there it is.
Once the house is all said and done, we can start doing that.
We should have flown to Oklahoma, dude.
So that's your house? You said you're rebuilding or you're renovating? I mean,
yeah. Well, we'll go into a bit of my sad backstory. No, last April, my uncle passed away, not due to COVID, nothing. He just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has a son who's 11 right now, and it's his house, but I'm pretty much renovating it, making everything better because the house is kind of like thrashed when he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the time when he becomes 18, when he decides what he wants to do with it, I'm pretty much taking care of the house. And so I'm moving in, doing this and that. But right now, it's just, you've seen that snap. It's kind of just bare bones. Everything's torn out.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to do right now. And it's taking time, but I said this before, like the house isn't going anywhere, but me personally, I would like to be in there as soon as possible. But I've been in there like after work every day.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Just trying to get things done. Yeah.
Damn. So where do you both work at? Like your day jobs?
I work with my tribe. It's utilities, but it's what I do is like water management and distribution for the tribe. And so we make sure our water is like safe to drink and bathe and whatnot. And then like a little and also public works will say that.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm not working with the water, then I'm fucking operating heavy machinery or doing something along those lines for the tribe, because I don't know. You know that how the tribe, they can't do stuff for themselves.
Yeah, that's fucking.
So it pretty much just falls on us to fucking do shit.
Hit him like that, dude. Damn.
It's the truth.
Yeah, truth hurts.
Like we can't do this. We'll just have public works do it. Don't worry about it. They'll get it done. Fuck. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, I work for a construction company called Q&D Construction. They have 3 different departments. I work in their building division. And essentially what it is we're a general contractor. So I'm what's called a project engineer. I look over everything that's going on a job site, like paperwork. And basically I take every subcontractor and I work with them and coordinate directly with like the owners of the building, the architect, all the engineers on the project. And as we're going along, I ask questions to them like, hey, this is going to conflict with this. How are we going to fix it? Or, hey, this won't work for plumbing because this is out of the wall, or whatever the case may be. But essentially, that's what I do. I just kind of keep everything rolling, keep all the paperwork in line, and then communicate to the owner and architects and all that jazz. So,
damn, got some good jobs. Shit.
It was all right.
Yeah, my job sounds a lot more complicated than it does. But I'm not gonna say what I do. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I don't do shit. To be honest.
Well, hell yeah, that's a good job. Shit.
You got that week on, week off there for a while, though.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
You worked a week and then took off a week?
Oh. Yeah, because of COVID, like they had to separate our crew into 2 teams. So it was like A and B. So A would work 1 week and then B would work the next week. So that's how it went for like a few months. It was pretty nice. And we still got paid if we're on our weeks off and stuff.
Damn.
But now that shit's over, so I gotta go to fucking work every goddamn week.
Fucking work.
But what do you do? You said you work part-time?
Oh yeah. I work at this it's a warehouse. It's called Clean Uniform. I mean, like, I just unload like 6 trucks a day, and the rest of the time I'm just like chilling out.
Yeah.
Just fucking not doing shit. So I mean, it's really easy, but I left Osage Casino. It was too fucking stressful, man.
You were security, weren't you?
That was at River Spirit. At this other one, I was a GSR, so they pay out jackpots, and like the money's it's really good. Like the money's really good, but it was too stressful.
That's one of the main reasons I moved back from Santa Fe when I moved down the last time. Because I got a job at the museum, and it wasn't high stress, but it was high stress on my anxiety.
Yeah.
Because they had like had to sell a certain amount of items in a day. And then my manager was always like, you could have sold that. You could have sold this. You could have talked to me into selling buying that. And I was like, dog, I'm not here to badger people into buying something. I'm just here to, like, if they're going to buy it, they have the idea to buy it.
Yeah.
But if not, then no. But I did sell I sold a big ass TC Cannon.
Did you?
To some guy, because he was like, I was chatting him up about it, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool, yeah, blah, 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 this and that. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to come back and buy it. And I was like, okay. Normally when people do that, they never come back.
Yeah.
And I was chilling on a Sunday. He comes in, he's like, hey, man, I want to buy that print. And I was like, for real? He's like, yeah. Hell yeah, all right, here you go, man. It was like a fucking $1,500 print.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was stoked on it. That was like the most expensive thing I sold. But like after that, like my manager, she was just always, you got to sell this, you got to sell that. You could have been doing this, you could have been doing that. And I was like, yeah, I can't. My anxiety ain't built for this.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
That fucking sucks.
But I felt real bad because Dietrich put in a good word for me to work there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I left after like 3 months.
Oh shit.
Because of all that shit, just piling on my anxiety. But then I talked to him like in January, and he was like still kind of sour about like, but he didn't know the reason why I left.
Mm-hmm.
He just thought like I I left because I don't want to work there. But then I told him the whole reason about my mental health and this and that, and I wasn't good for it. And he's like, I felt like an asshole because I was mad. But yeah, and when you have a job like that, you just don't know. You got to choose you over the job sometimes.
Yeah. I just felt like I was just wasting away over there too, because it just consumes your fucking life.
Yeah.
I was spending more time over there than here. So fucking sucks, man.
That's a huge thing, especially like for my last job. So I went from so like when I was working for it was a different company, it was a different construction company. I was working for them, and I was working 12-hour days, at least 5 days a week, right? 12-hour days, 5 days a week at least. And dude, they were like micromanaging. They were up your ass the whole time, and it was like a whole different story. I had a superintendent at the time when I was leaving, who was just the biggest fucking dickhead I've ever worked with. So, you know, when you go to work and you're gonna have to deal with something like that, it really just puts you down, man. And working with this new company, I went in, and it was almost kind of weird because they literally were like, "Hey, this is what you're doing. This is the job you're working on. Have at it." You know, nobody's on my fucking back. You know, I could leave for lunch. I could go to any appointment I need to, like any of that. And they're just like, all right, whatever, you know, as long as you get your work done. So shit, it was like night and day difference, man. You got to be happy where you're at, because if not, it fucking wears on you quick.
Yeah.
So
that's how this news place is. They're just like that. Like, they don't give a shit as long as I do what I'm supposed to do. And it's really weird because I guess they give you, or I guess they trust you in a way to do your shit, and then they're not always on your ass. That's how this place is too. So that's really cool. It's really different, like you were saying, because I was like always wondering if I was doing enough or if I needed to do more or stay on my feet. They don't give a shit. I just go to the break room after I get all my shit done. Watch movies.
As long as it's done.
Yeah.
As long as it's done, you don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big one too.
Yeah. Do you?
So did you guys when you guys started this podcast, was it always like, did you do it right away, or did you sit on the idea like I did?
We kind of like jumped on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quick. The idea was already there. It's more or less like, hey, what movie should we do? You know, that was pretty much it. We didn't really know though exactly how we wanted to do it. So later on in the episodes, you'll notice like most of the content is the same, like for the stuff we talk about. But in the beginning, we were kind of trying to find our flow and shit. So it was like we picked up different tools along the way, and now we basically have it broken out the way we want it to be. So, and then the fun facts with James just kind of came. It was like, hey, I found some cool shit about this or whatever. You know?
For me, I felt like I wasn't contributing enough, and so I was like, I'm gonna give some fun facts. And even like before, like, here's a fun fact.
Yeah,
I'd say shit like that, and then it just became our whole ending segment.
Yeah. So other than that, though, man, I mean, that's pretty much where the idea came from. It was just like, hey, I'm not doing this other podcast anymore, and I want to work on this one, so let's fucking do it.
And I wasn't doing shit. I was down as fuck.
What other podcasts were you on?
It was called the Okie Podcast. It was a podcast with myself, my friend Matt, and our friend Jordan. And essentially what it was is we just sit there and talk shit about each other and talk shit about whatever. It was really weird. It was just kind of random, you know. It was like, oh, how was your week? You know, we'll talk about our week, and then we go into like we did kind of like bracket things too, like what's the best Disney movie or whatever. But yeah, we would banter a lot. There was a lot of banter. So
is that still up on all the platforms?
Yeah. You could still listen to all the episodes. We don't do it anymore. But you could still listen to all the old episodes, and it's pretty interesting, man. Like one of the episodes is in the intro to it is a story of how I shit my pants on my way home to Fernley. So like yeah, it's definitely interesting, man. It was entertaining for a while, and then myself and one of the other co-hosts, we started not getting along quite as much, so I got fucking irritated showing up. So I was just like, all right, well, I don't think I want to do this anymore. I didn't see any growth, and it was just, not necessarily that we needed growth, because even like, for example, the Ripe Potatoes, if we had one person who liked the podcast, I'd probably still do it, just because I'm more into the content. And I like what James and I do, so it's a little bit better, I think.
And it wasn't from what I noticed from what you told me before about your podcast, they weren't willing to put in the work. Like, you always had to go there, and it was harder on you because you had like a more demanding job.
Yeah.
And then you had the mic too, right?
Yeah.
And so it was harder on Steven, and then they put in the effort, but they didn't to like meet Steven halfway sometimes. He always had to go there and do stuff for them instead of them coming like I do come here. And I don't really mind coming here because I like what I do here.
Well, you like driving too,
Yeah,
which that was a huge thing. Is Jordan, she was afraid to drive, literally. Like she wouldn't drive anywhere except for like to work from her house, which was like a minute away. So that was, it was another, like, one time they came out and we recorded an episode, and our other guy Matt had to drive her out because she didn't want to drive. So it was one of those things. But it was just like, I'm not into this, especially because I have a wife and a kid here now, and so it's like any time away from the house is time away from them. And I mean, our kid's she's 4, she'll be 5 this next month, so we, and I just like hanging out with her. You saw her running back and forth in here, so man, and it was the same thing with that other job too. It's just when something takes up so much time and you take away from your own personal life, it's not really worth it, in my opinion. Which James is friends with my wife too, and we play board games and shit. So I think it actually works out a little bit better now.
Yeah,
so,
I don't really mind coming here.
Yeah. Plus we eat,
Yeah.
It's like, and I try to make it a point to like buy him a fucking meal here and there too, just because I'm like, hey, thanks for coming out, because I don't want him to be like, God, all I do is fucking drive out here. Which has been like 3 weeks in a row now, but
it's like the distance between me and him is like if I lived in Santa Fe and he lived in Albuquerque.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
something like that.
It's not too far.
It's not too far out. Like I said, I don't mind driving. It's a nice day today. Get to see shit, but if you like what you do, it shouldn't be bothered.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I like what I
And
do.
plus, if he's ever sick of driving, I'll be like, dude, get a computer. I'll fucking bring my mic out one of these days, and we'll knock it out. So we have a good communication.
Yeah. I'm not going out with you, man. This podcast fucking sucks.
This podcast is whack.
I fucking love doing that. People, I'm glad people like you and other people say it's funny. That's the main thing I was worried about, is people not thinking we're funny.
We're hit and miss, dude.
Sometimes, but I'm glad people, for the most part, say we're funny.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Like I said, one fan is enough for me. I don't even care, dude. It could blow up. It could sit stagnant for years. I don't give a shit. But we're here.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
I like talking about movies.
You too. Yep.
You like what you do. It's not a job.
Exactly, dude. This is a hobby. It has nothing to do with work. Dude. Yeah. If we were trying to make money, we might get a little bit more stressed and hate it. So, but also, thanks, man, too, for coming on that last episode and talking about Haggard. I didn't even know that movie existed. So it was great, dude. I really like that movie.
Yeah, I couldn't believe you never seen it.
I know. Me neither, honestly, dude. Like, I was watching it, and I'm like, how did I never know this existed? Just especially because of the times, you have Jackass, you have CKY and all that. And what the hell is going on in this house? With like CKY, Jackass, and all that jazz, I was into all of that. So I don't know how I missed this one.
Yeah, I'm always surprised when people who have similar interests in me haven't seen the things I've seen.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like their life is separate from mine. So I'm just like, well, you haven't seen this movie?
Wow, fucking clown.
Well, you haven't seen this obscure Japanese horror movie that I've been watching for the past 3 months? Shit like that. But I'm always like, one of my favorite things is always introducing people to like new things, new movies, new comics, new stuff like that.
Yep. I like that too. Which again, when we pull in people for different movies, that's why we let them choose. It's like, what do you want to talk about? We care about what you want to talk about. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, between you and Tyler,
Yeah, we chose The Gate.
yeah, yep, Tyler chose The Gate. I mean, I had two new movies, which James had seen both, so he's just a fucking movie god apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I had two new movies right there, so it was sick.
I'm not really a movie god. It's just how much time I have on my hands and how much stuff I should be doing. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna watch The Gate.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch this random fucking horror movie from the '80s.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Shit like that. But yeah, one of my main goals for this year for our podcast was try to have more guests.
Yeah, yeah, we both agreed on that for sure. And even though we did it over the phone with you, I think the audio quality actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We had people even saying that. Actually, I had one of our buddies reach out and he was like, "Hey, if you guys do SLC Punk," he's like, "I want to fucking be on it."
I'm down as fuck for that.
And so he was like, "I listened to that last episode and it sounds pretty fucking good, man." So he's like, "I'll even call in, whatever." It's like, I just want to do it.
Oh,
Yeah. Which is cool with me, dude. I love it. So how did Okie Podcast come to be? I know we talked about it a little bit on ours, but more or less, how did you come up with the idea?
I just started thinking of like, okay, I need a logo, and then I need a name, and then I didn't have this Mac, I didn't have my iPad, so I just made my logo on my phone on PixArt. You guys ever heard of that? It's a little app where you can it's kind of like Photoshop, but like a cheaper version. So I just started finding all this shit online and I started cropping it and I started changing the color and then I just started putting them on the layers. And I don't know how I made that logo, but I fucking made it on my phone. And then I didn't know how to I didn't know I needed a fucking host, to like I'm on Red Circle, you guys are on Anchor.
Yep.
So it would I just kind of thought of all this stuff just like a couple weeks. And I had to think of like, what am I going to do? Because I don't want to get on here and then just like talk about, I don't know, politics or whatever. I hate politics, but I don't know.
Same.
And then it just kind of, I just started reaching out to people and then it just kind of, and I was so surprised how cool people are because I thought everybody would say, no, you're weird. Or you're like, you added me for no reason, so you're creep. Yeah. So I don't know. That was just kind of like Okie Podcast. Like it was just kind of like a spur of the moment kind of thing because I just didn't want this shit to lay around here and fucking go to waste and just not use it because that's just wasting my money. And then it was just like wasting time of the stuff I researched. So that was just mainly it. Like I was just like, I need to do something with this stuff. So that's mainly like it. Like it was just kind of like just fucking do something, like just do it. And then like I get into my own head sometimes, like it's gonna be bad or it's gonna be stupid or it's not gonna work or you're just gonna embarrass yourself because maybe you sound stupid, So I had to get over that too. Like just get out of my own head and fucking do it.
This is this fucking guy right here, dude.
You have those same thoughts.
What I'm worried about is me sounding dumb or something like that, or my round sentences, shit like that. But like I said, you just got to get over it and then just talk. Like what we said on ours, like on our podcast, like the first thing you kind of got to get over is you being recorded.
Yeah.
And then once you get over that, then it's just us, like three guys talking. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that you just like decided to do it instead of like most people would have resold all their shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't going anywhere. I'm gonna sell it. Like I have a story of my friend. He wanted to get into like music producing and stuff like that. So he bought like $1,000 worth of things. And he did. I don't even know if he uses it now. It just sits there. he probably sold it now, but when I was still in school, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, I bought this mic stand, I bought all this, I bought this like beat maker, and then nothing came of it.
That was it, huh?
Yeah. So like I would say like 70% of people would be like, wouldn't go forward with it. They would just, well, that didn't work, so I shouldn't have tried.
Yeah.
But that small percentage of like us and you and other people just, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, cool.
Yeah. If it sucks, it sucks. But I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking with this. Like, if it sucks, man, then fuck it, I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep bringing people on and get better at it.
Yeah, you can only get better with practice.
Yep.
Like with people, when people ask me about like my art and like, how'd you get so good? It's just like, I always tell them practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just takes time. You just gotta work at it and keep working at it.
You can't strike gold on your first hit, you know?
Nope.
You gotta
must be fucking lucky, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. I ain't got time for that though. That's like the streaming thing though, dude. It was the same thing. I went and bought a mic, got all the shit for streaming, and then I was like, all right, I'm doing tight.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So didn't sit there for very long.
Hindsight around. Fuck. Yeah, on that first episode with Riker, I had to like, because it was so much like quiet time, because he'd get done talking and I'd wait on him to say something and he'd just like sit there. And so there was like so much of like quiet time on the recorder, and then I kept saying dang like I kept saying dang, like, and I had to edit all that out because I sound like Joe Dirt. And I was messaging him, I was like dude, I've said dang in the first like 20 minutes, like I don't know how many times I've said it. I was like, I sound like Joe Dirt. He just started cracking up. He goes, man, I probably sound all country. And I was like, you sound all right. I was like, I'll fix it. But that was a long edit, and that was about 2.5 hours, and I cut it down to 2 hours. So that was a long edit. Yeah.
That's a lot of cut.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead air, and we had this car outside that was making noise, and I kept saying dang, and I had to cut that out.
So, one of our episodes was like, everyone in the neighborhood had a fucking dirt bike all of a sudden. They was driving up and down the fucking road. It's like, damn, everyone decided to fire up a dirt bike and a chainsaw at the same time. I was like, Jesus fuck, what the hell's going on here? But it just, I don't know, shit like that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to edit as little as possible, man. Let me tell you, because I mean, I'll listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'll only edit out shit that I'm like, that doesn't work. But even like sometimes we'll fuck up and we'll be like, oh well, good thing I can't fucking read, and then restart it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll keep that in there because it's funny, you know. Who cares?
This one we just did, I'm fucking like I've just learned to read like 2 days ago. I'm trying to find the same shit. It wasn't working today. But it happens.
It happens, man.
Yeah.
Or we say things we shouldn't because it's controversial.
There's a lot of that where we're just like, well, at least we catch you. Well, can't say that. And then, yeah, we'll laugh about it.
You're gonna have to go ahead and cut that out, buddy.
Which I feel like, I don't know. That's why I asked you. I asked Steven a lot of questions about could we do this and could we do that, because you handle the edit, and so I feel like you do more work than I do.
Which it's not a big deal though, which is why I don't listen to our podcast after it's done. So I even have people like, oh, you forgot to put an outro to it. I'm like, fuck. Because I'm more worried about the actual content itself than the actual like beginning and ending, you know. I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah. So that gives them a pass.
But I mean, realistically, the editing is pretty quick. Dead air, stuff like that, we've tried a lot to keep out of the podcast. Mainly what it is, it'll be like something we fucked up reading, so I'll just have to go out and chop out where we started reading it, and then that's it, you know. Or I'll throw in little movie clips or whatever. I haven't done that in a little bit because I was trying to figure out our style, which I kind of like the movie clips in it. Like some of the times it's funny,
Yeah.
Which I'll probably do with this one because you just have so many good ones and bad boys.
Yeah,
So-
I've noticed. Now that you bring it up, I've noticed that like we've stopped doing like the trailer
Yep.
in the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah. Depends on the movie.
Uh-huh.
Like Haggard, I don't know if I put one in there because some movies I can't find them.
Yeah.
You know, or it's like I can't find a specific quote that I wanted or a specific scene. So it's like, all right, I'm not going to put it in there. Fuck that.
I've noticed that.
And the music too, our background music, I always use something from the movie.
Yeah, I've
Or
noticed
like
that.
for our anniversary one, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I used Limp Bizkit break stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It was just on a continuous loop of fucking Limp Bizkit.
One of my favorite things you started to do. Like I forget what episode you started to do, and I was like, oh, I could hear the background music instead of just us.
Which
Yeah.
because I got what happened though, it got really weird in the whole editing process too, because Anchor allows you to add music, and what they do is they adjust the levels of the music to your podcast by themselves.
Mhm.
And so it's really weird. I don't know how they have their algorithm set or whatever, but Javier actually brought it up and he's like, hey, your music's loud as fuck, dude, like compared to you guys talking. I was like, oh man. So now what I do is I'll put in the music to, after I'm done editing, I'll grab a song, throw it in, and literally just extend it through the whole thing, you know, just have it on repeat. But I make sure that the audio levels are enough to where like you could barely hear it, but at least you know there's something in the background except for us just talking. So
Yeah. How come you chose break stuff?
yeah. Just thought that was funny because especially because Myron, dude, anytime he jumps into my stream or anything, he's like, yo, throw on Limp Bizkit.
Godsmack.
Yeah. You actually listen to Godsmack?
Just Stand Alone.
Oh, okay.
That's the only song I know.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's kind of the Scorpion King.
What's the Okie?
Huh?
What's the Okie, by the way? What is Okie?
Just like if you're from Oklahoma, you're Okie.
Oh,
That's pretty much
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like
basically
I remember in school, that's what you'd call people the Oklahoma boys. Stuff like
Okay.
that. As all the Okies.
That's kind of
You
cool.
can hang
Though.
out with the Okies.
Yeah.
That's cool. Though. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering. I was like, I don't think that's his last name. So yeah, I was trying to figure that out too.
Pretty much just a little slang.
Yeah, I was surprised nobody had it like as their podcast name or anything else because I had to Google it. I was
Nice.
like,
Yeah.
I hope nobody has this.
The Okie Podcast.
Which I did the same thing when researching ours. Which actually, I found a couple of accounts for like Instagram that had almost sounded like they tried to do the same thing, but couldn't find any podcasts or anything from it.
Mhm.
So I was like, well, I'm gonna keep going because these guys haven't been live for 6 years or whatever, and
Oh,
they only
shit.
did like 2 or 3 reviews. So I'm doing it. I'm doing this.
Me and Javier wanted to do a podcast. We didn't it didn't go nowhere, obviously. But we wanted to do one on horror movies, and then our name was called a podcast on Elm Street, which is surprisingly not taken.
Oh shit!
There
Wow.
was one, but they're only doing like the Elm Street movies, and there's only like 8 of them.
Wow, what the fuck?
But it wasn't like I was like, this is a perfect name, and it wasn't taken, and it's still don't take it. That was my idea. This is a great name.
Which we tried recording, remember? Because
Yeah.
we were gonna do. Yeah, we were trying to do something like that. I remember.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
No, yeah, we're like, fuck that guy, dude. Shout out Javier. Which
Is
he
that
was
your
on
guys'
our
favorite
podcast.
genre? Horror?
I would say one of them for sure.
Yeah.
Either that or Christmas movie. No, I'm just kidding. I would say horror probably. Honestly, we love doing the reviews, especially on like shitty horror films.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so good.
So yeah, we kind of bonded over that. That's definitely one of our highlights, and you'll notice once it gets closer to October, that's all we're fucking talking about. So
I was ready for those episodes. I love those
oh
episodes.
dude, yeah, they're Halloween was one of our favorites.
Halloween and It were 2 of my
Loved
favorites.
it. Yep. It's one of my favorite fucking movies of all time, even though it's It's The Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka, and It, dude. Like those are some of my favorite movies. So love The Wizard of Oz though, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pick three out like that. All I know is one is Halloween.
Yeah.
That's the main one I could pick out of all the time. But if I can never do top tens or top fives.
It's hard. It changes all the time, for sure.
But Halloween is always in there.
What's your favorite there, Russell? What's your favorite genre, or do you have a favorite movie or anything?
I think my favorite movie is probably Goodfellas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Which I've seen it maybe like twice.
Yeah.
I got into that phase where I was like watching Casino and
Just gangster movies.
Yeah, gangster movies for sure. And then
Goodfellas is a good one.
yeah, Goodfellas is great. Yeah.
Go get your fucking shine box.
He fucking kills Spider.
Yeah. We should just talk like that through a whole podcast episode. Hey, motherfuckers. Yeah. That's how we talk anyway, dude. It's for real.
Yeah, I remember I saw that on I think it was HBO or Cinemax when I was like maybe 13 or something. I was just channel surfing, and I think it was the part where they had, was it Billy Bats in the fucking trunk, and what was his name? Joe Pesci was stabbing him in there.
Oh yeah.
I saw that like channel surfing, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I watched it from that point, and I was like, holy shit, this is a crazy ass movie. So every time it would come on, I would watch it. I finally caught it at the very beginning, so I didn't realize how long of a movie that was.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Like it shows the mafia stage, and then it goes to like that Vice City, like that GTA Vice City in the 80s, where he's all like drugged out and fucking just all freaking out about the helicopter following him, and it was following him. Oh, spoiler alert. But
I think that's
if you haven't watched that movie by now.
yeah.
That movie, that's probably one of my favorite scenes is when they kill Billy Bats.
Uh-huh.
Because I never read the book, but I read a lot of stuff about movies and shit. But that scene where he's beating him with a gun, in the book they said they beat him so severely that the gun broke. Damn. That's why you see it like in his hand, like it comes apart. And that's like he beat him so bad that gun couldn't handle it, and it just like shattered.
Damn.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite like little fun facts.
We got a fun fact.
Yeah, get a fun fact out of me.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But that's a good choice.
I don't know about horror movie. What horror movie like fucked you guys up when you were a kid?
Exorcist.
Halloween. No. Yeah. It didn't fuck me up. There was this movie called Demon Knight.
Oh yeah. I remember Demon Knight, dude.
Yeah. I was staying there at my friend BJ's house, and we were watching Demon Knight, and it's about, if you haven't, for your audience, Demon Knight is about pretty much these people in a house, and these demons are attacking the house. And so we were watching it, and I was freaked out, and then my BJ's dad comes up, and he's like, "That's gonna happen tonight." And I started crying so hard that I had to go home. And like I was, I remember like I didn't see that movie for years after that because I was so scared. But then that night, after I cried so hard, I went home. I woke up at 3 a.m. and looked out my window to make sure that there were no like demons like coming like outside my window. So yeah, that's one of the memories where I remember that movie fucked me up.
That movie's
that's so good, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I watched it when I was probably like 16 or 17 when I could handle it.
Yeah. I think I watched that when I was like 9. Yeah. Which I didn't have any of that occur though. Nobody was like, it's gonna happen tonight.
Well, like, wasn't it me and you, Russ, talking about that? Oh no, it was me and Quinn. We were talking about like how like Native parents will do that to their kids. Like, why? I don't know why you're so sensitive all the time. And then it cuts to like Chucky's gonna come get you and shit like that. It's just what they do. They'll just figure out what's gonna happen.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. That's fucked up, but it's funny.
Yeah.
I do that shit too, though. It's fine because Emberlyn.
Yeah.
So Emberlyn, she's the daughter. She's like obsessed with talking about Pennywise now. Because when she was a kid, she used to ask me to put it on all the time. Like she always wanted to watch it, and now she's like fucking terrified. But yeah, she brings it up all the time. And I'm like, you better not walk on that sewer drain. She's like, yeah, that's where Pennywise lives.
And the same goes for my younger sister with Exorcist. Like she'd be Emberlyn's age and shit, watching it front to back, and now she can't like watch it anymore because it like fucks her up now.
That movie fucking scared the shit out of me when I was younger. My brothers were watching it. I walked in and saw just one of the scenes where she's like sitting up in the fucking bed or whatever. I don't even know if she was doing anything, but her face fucking scared me. Just the makeup scared me. And so I was like, Mom, can I go to the store with you? And we had a van, dude, and I was like looking behind me to make sure she wasn't there, dude. I was fucking scared. So I was probably like 5. So I get a pass. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know how it was when I was probably like 9, 8 or 9, maybe 10, when my friend's dad scared me so hard I had to go home because I was so scared.
Yeah, nope. I'm okay with that, dude. It's also like a foreign place, you know? You're staying at your homie's house. You don't feel 100% comfortable.
You're not aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
You don't know where the are.
It's like, damn it, dude, now I know there's demons coming.
I always remember that.
Damn.
How the times changed, dude.
Just mad at himself.
Have a grudge this whole time.
No, he's cool. He gave me a bottle of sangria one time.
Oh shit, dude.
I'll have to record for another day.
My mom would she wouldn't make me watch them, but she let me watch Fire in the Sky. That movie fucked me up.
I haven't seen that one still.
Oh yeah, what?
Is that an alien one?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. We have that on our list.
Oh, do you?
It's good. It's it's not one of those. It's like Best of Night.
Okay.
Kind of, except you get to see more of the aliens and stuff. But it's like when they're like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts. When people talk about things is more scary than actually seeing it.
Okay.
And so in the beginning of the movie, that's when they're like, what happened? What'd you see? And that's when he's like, it's like a fire in the sky. And they're talking about it, and it gets me more scared.
Okay. I'll have to check it out then. Yeah.
It's good, and I don't know if it meant to be a fucking horror movie, but it works as one.
Yeah. Man, it freaked me out when I was a kid because every time Pawnee's it's a small town, and there's a lot of back roads. So I used to go with my mom and my grandma to bingo. They'd always take the back roads to this place called Cushing, and it's just like dirt roads, trees, and an open sky. So I'd be in a back seat just like looking out in the back seat, seeing if I could see the aliens, because my biggest fear was getting abducted and doing what they did in the movie to that one guy. You'll see it, Steve. That was like, I was so scared of that after they showed me that movie. I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to say anything because I begged to watch it. So mom would get all pissed off.
Oh, dude. Which alien abduction's kind of creepy anyway. Just some of the shit that I've seen in some of those horror movies, dude. Yeah. That was kind of creepy, dude.
For me, it's always fear of the unknown.
People
telling you about it, but they can't comprehend what's happening or what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what freaks me out more than seeing a giant spider or a squid, some shit like that.
Which that's I've listened to a couple of podcasts where people will tell their stories, and there's certain ones where, for example, these girls tell their story of a glitch or a time jump or something, where both of them realize that they lost a certain period of time, and they come back to the same time. What the fuck happened? Weren't we just here? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In my wife's family, they told this one about their grandparents, and everybody was leaving to go meet up at one house or whatever, and it took them 3 times as long to get there, but they had no recollection of what actually happened. So I'm like, yo, do you think your grandparents got abducted? What the fuck? So aliens is a pretty cool subject.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Space in general, just kind of space in the ocean kind of freak me out.
Those fuck me up every time.
Yeah.
Ocean especially, dude. That scares me.
Yeah, I remember I was in San Diego and I was with my brother, and I've never been to the ocean, but I started swimming way out, like way out. And I remember like just him yelling at me and my sister. He's like, "Get back here, get the fuck back here." So we had to swim back, and it got kind of hard because those fucking currents were like freaking. I was kind of freaking out because I was like, "Oh God, we're gonna drown or something's gonna happen." Anyways, we got back, and man, he was pissed because he was like, "Don't go out that far because there could be sharks out there," or like, and I'm a small town kid. I knew about sharks, but I was like, it can't be right there. But I see videos, like I just saw a video on YouTube where the shark was super close to the shore, I think in Australia, and these people were like right there. They didn't even know that shark was there. So it made me think of that time when I fucking swam out there and pissed my brother off so bad. But the ocean's like fucking scary. I don't want to do like trips on the ocean, like those cruises.
Oh yeah, open ocean is fucking.
I'm always afraid of like you guys seen Deep Rising? Have you guys seen that movie?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That big old Kraken.
Always.
Yeah. West Studi.
Shout out West Studi.
Yeah.
Shout out West Studi. Is your best role. But no. But yeah, the ocean is scary.
Underwater.
I liked your underwater review.
That movie fucked me up too. That's the kind of shit I think is like down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have an irrational fear of the ocean, or is it irrational? We don't know.
No, not yet.
But that's literally what I think. I'm like, oh man, I just felt something warm under me. Something's literally breathing fucking underneath me right now.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna help your fear. Don't talk to me about that.
Yeah, I just stick to the shores. I ain't trying to go on the open ocean like that. Fuck that.
It's like we just the wife and I just watched a movie. I think it was on Netflix or something. Was it called Sweetwater or something like that? I don't remember. But essentially, like, this girl gets washed up on shore, and she like finds all this stuff from like people that had been there or something. And anyway, she ends up swimming out into the ocean for something, and there's like a big old fucking black hole in the middle of the ocean. And essentially what it is there's this fucking creature living in it, and it comes to this shore and fucking like tries to kill her. But then it's kind of wild, but the creature is fucking weird looking. Was it called Sweetwater?
What the fuck was it? Sweetwater is a western.
Hey. I'll have to ask the wife. What it's called. Oh, some titties. Text Taylor, ask her what it is. Be like, hey, what is that movie with the sea creature that you and Steven just watched? She'll know exactly what it is, dude.
It's pretty scary.
It was okay. I actually ended up falling asleep to it. I fall asleep to everything though, dude. I'm a tired guy.
I have to watch that, and then the Vast of Night.
Oh, that Vast of Night for sure.
No matter who brings it up, it's one of the scariest movies I've seen in a long time.
Really?
In my opinion. About the sea creature?
Yeah, or ocean monster or whatever. She'll know, dude. It's like a single word like that. Like Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Dude, that Cthulhu shit fucking freaks me out. Like, just underwater specifically, that movie, like, oh. I always think about that, dude. Like, just pitch fucking black in the ocean, then all of a sudden there's this big old fucking thing. You can't even comprehend, like, how big it is.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I'll stay on land. I'll be in the desert. I'll stay in the desert. Even Tahoe, for example, like Lake Tahoe up here, we have it's actually the second deepest lake in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking, yeah. There's shit down there. There's dead bodies. There's all sorts of shit down there. I know it. So, because they used to use, like, they have underground tunnels for their casinos. They used to be able to dump out into the fucking Tahoe.
Really?
So, no, I'm good. I stay inside.
Let's go scuba diving in it.
Fuck that.
There was a guy who did that. Yeah, he made like his own his own submarine that can go down there, And I guess he had like film or something of it. And he's like, no, the world's not ready for what's down there or some shit.
Oh,
I'm like, what a fucker.
that's how Pyramid Lake is too.
Yeah.
People fucking freak out about it. And how there was like stories. There's even stories of like not pioneers, pretty much like the pioneers going on the lake. And there's something that they attacked their boat, but they didn't know what it was. They said it had the body of a snake and the head of a frog. Is what they described it as.
Huh.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's kind of interesting, dude.
And that lake is like one of the only saltwater lakes
Yep.
in not the world, but like pretty much in the United States. And there's like a fish that you could only catch there in that lake and in like a lake in the Amazon.
Which isn't there like a
the
theory
fuck?
too that it's linked to like the ocean or something or
That's
whatever?
why it's saltwater.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Damn.
If it is, dude.
Yeah, there's a bunch of crazy stories. There's another one about divers going in the lake, and then one of the divers like putting his hand on the wall, and the wall started to move, like slither away.
Nah, I'm good.
What
There's
the
a bunch of
fuck?
stuff like that. Yeah,
Holy
crazy
shit.
stories.
I live too close to that for that to be comfortable.
People from there.
Yeah,
I
that's
ain't got
fucking
time for that, dude.
freaky.
Yeah, and even in that old pioneer story, my people were telling them not to go in the lake because they knew it was in there. And they're just like, "Don't go," and they just went like, "Nah, we're white, we know what's going on."
Damn.
I told you.
What we say?
I said it, motherfucker.
Holy shit.
There's
So like
a bunch of
drawings of it?
There's drawings. My cousin says it's always my cousin's brother's aunt, but my cousin's grandma says or has a picture of it.
Of the creature?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I've never
I wanna
seen
see
it. But I've never seen it, but he says it, and I don't think he's one to lie about that. So I believe it.
Holy shit. Did you
Yeah.
describe it?
It's just not we as all of us, but the Pyramid Lake snake is what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit like that. And there was even a law like amended saying that like you can't hunt it or kill it or take its young, kind of like how Bigfoot is.
Whoa.
There was a law like in the 20s that they made for that.
Wow.
What the
Holy
fuck is
shit.
going on?
Whoa.
I'm living all this right now, dude. It's
Yeah.
okay.
That's pretty cool. I like hearing shit about like shit like that.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Like Tahoe Tessie also.
Tessie. We had giants at one point.
Oh shit, dude. That's kind of cool though. Pyramid Lake is pretty cool. I've been out there a couple times actually. Liked it.
Mhm.
I
Is
don't
that
fish
the-
or anything. I have a buddy who
that,
does. He's got a fucking big old fish or something out there.
Yeah. Is that giant picture I sent you, James? Is that
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
Mhm. We had giants
Okay.
I don't want to say a specific date, but back when settlers were here, but we had giants.
Okay.
And they're cannibals, but they could speak Paiute and stuff, but they ate people. And there's a story of like her name's Sarah Winnemucca. She's like pretty famous. She helped with like give us aid when the government wouldn't.
Okay.
But her and her dad and like all the tribes people chased them to this cave and told them to like, if you guys don't come out, we're gonna set the cave on fire. And they said like, we're not coming out, and so it pretty much just
Annihilated them.
annihilated all the giants.
Oh shit.
But they're fucking giants with red hair is what they were.
Huh. That's pretty interesting, dude.
Yeah.
There's some crazy stories out there, and I like them. Like I like hearing about shit like this.
Mhm.
Dude. It's good. It's quality content right there, baby.
God damn. Yeah, they're making hunting Bigfoot here illegal in Oklahoma.
What
Yeah. I have to send you guys that
Hunting
link.
Bigfoot.
is he?
Yeah.
Is he that big of a nuisance that you guys finally get to hunt him?
I wish they wouldn't. Fuck.
Just a picture.
He ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
Bro, just give him some jerky. You seen the commercial?
I was telling Steven I literally watched Harry and the Hendersons last night.
Yo. I forgot that's Oklahoma, dude. Yeah. That's
I don't
kind of
know.
crazy though.
Yeah, they just passed the law like I think a couple months ago. And then like you gotta get a of course, you got to get a hunting license to hunt him. But it's like, well, how do you fucking hunt him?
Yeah. They're just trying to get money, dude. They're like, oh, these fucking people. You ain't never seen no Bigfoot, but you could pay to go hunt him.
This goddamn town's overrun.
You gonna go, dude, or what?
Hell no. I'll just set up that rope trap, and then he steps on that rope and it slings him up.
There you go, dude. That's it.
You see the net with a hole.
You're just catching a bunch of fucking hunters, dude. Like, all these people stepping into your trap. You're like, damn it.
That works too good.
Fucking drunk people.
Staring up on Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy. Did she reply to you?
She said, with Kristen Stewart underwater, I think. No.
Oh my god. Where the monster comes out of the hole in the ocean. Say that. We just watched it.
On Netflix.
This girl. It was on like Netflix or
out of the head. A hole.
something. Yeah. What's there to do in Oklahoma? What do you do for fun? Are there cool comic shops out there?
Yeah, we got used to go to the movies, go to concerts. Tulsa's getting big on all that. There's a lot of shit to do. But
you said Tulsa?
Yeah. Well, I live in Broken Arrow, but Tulsa's like just right down the road. So they used to have like concerts every fucking weekend at all the casinos or at the BOK Center, or there's like little places downtown, and they have concerts. They used to have concerts all the time. So I think damn, what's that one called? A couple weeks ago they had Mike Jones and Paul Wall over there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
I would beat up everyone to go see them.
So it's starting to come back slowly. Shit to do.
I know it's not as cool as Paul Wall, but my mom, she actually gave a pedicure to Flo Rida, dude.
Really?
He makes all the beats.
Yeah, and she didn't even know who he was.
Oh.
So she was just giving a guy a pedicure and all this shit, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like talking about her life and whatnot." She's like, "Oh, what are you here for?" And he's like, "Oh, I have a concert tonight." She's like, "Oh, really?" And then like, "Who are you?" She's like, "Yeah, I just gave a pedicure to some guy named Flo Rida." I was like, "Florida? No, what? No, I'm just kidding." But yeah, no, she had no idea who he was. And I was like, "That's kind of cool. That's a fun story."
They probably like the celebrities probably like that too, but they don't know who they are, so they could
be a normal human for a little bit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was like, "Damn, did he give you like a $600 tip?" She's like, "No, he gave me like 20%." I was like, "Yeah, he's still human, but I was just wondering." But that movie about the ocean is called Sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
It is on Netflix. Yep. So Sweetheart. It's with the ocean monster and shit.
Sweetheart. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Me and
From
Flo
what I watched before I fell asleep.
95 on RT, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, 95? Damn. They're trying to compensate for all the shitty reviews they've done.
Yeah, they stole your show.
Yeah.
They stole your idea, fuckers.
Yeah, it's straight up that we got beef for real.
We're at an ongoing feud with Rotten Tomatoes and their shitty podcast.
I haven't even listened to it because I'm still pissed about it. I haven't even heard of it though. Like, I haven't seen anything about it other than what you sent me. So it must not be doing that well.
I tried
about as well as us. I'm just kidding.
I was trying to listen to it to compare to you guys's, and there's just like, they're really annoying.
Are they?
Yeah, they're really annoying, and I was like, I can't listen to this because I'm already used to your guys' podcast, so it's just like weird hearing something else that's similar to yours. So
I can only guess that they're trying to be funny.
Yeah, it's real shitty humor.
You can't be.
It's got to flow out.
Well, because they're trying to talk shit about themselves. You know what I'm saying? How stupid would you be if you literally are like, man, I suck.
We work at Rotten Tomatoes, so we're wrong. Yeah, whatever. Fucking stupid. Yeah, that I saw James that Mortal Kombat episode. theirs is the
Mhm.
same length as yours.
Yep.
It's
Oh.
fucking weird.
Literally the same fucking thing too.
Yeah, it's like 59 minutes. And I looked at yours and it's 59 minutes and I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't listen to that one. I should listen to that one to see how maybe they got off your shit and started talking about their own shit. I don't know, man. I would sue. Let's
I sent
sue.
an email, dude. I actually did. I sent an email. I was like, hey, just so you know, somebody else is already doing that. And they're like, oh, sorry it took so long to get back to you. That's cool. We'll have to check them out. But if you have any movie recommendations, let us know. I was like,
Wow.
fuck off.
I'm like, yeah, eat shit.
I have a movie idea. Get your own fucking idea, bitch. Nah, they're whatever, man.
And then they
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, shit, listen to our podcast and hire us instead of having who you have on there.
Yeah, for
just
real.
outsource.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably like, who do we have here doing absolutely nothing? Hey, let's get these two fucking dinguses to do a podcast. So, I don't know, dude. Which I'm looking forward to more of your content, man. You've had some crazy people on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they're coming. I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah, don't do it.
I'll
Don't
message
do
you
it.
guys. But yeah, I got some really good people coming on.
That's cool that they all say yes.
Yeah. I haven't had anybody say no. Well, I've had one person see my message and just not respond.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm like, just say no. Like if you don't want to do it, just say no. Like,
don't leave me on red.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I'm not
because there's so
gonna-
much spam too, but maybe they just didn't read it. They're like, oh, I don't know who this is. Don't read.
Mm.
So,
well, she was my cousin, so
Oh, that's the worst.
damn, dude.
yeah. I was like, because she played basketball at I think OU. So now she's just kind of like, like helping the youth with their basketball stuff, and she's still active in basketball. I just thought, hey, it'd be cool to talk about your time at OU and I don't know, everything you're doing now, and give you that plug. And then like
Hell
just
yeah.
left me on red. So I was like, okay.
Damn, dude, like that.
Ghosted your family, dog.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Just wait, I'm gonna tell your mama.
Auntie.
I'm gonna tell Auntie. Then you have to come out.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, it's
No,
pretty
yeah,
shitty.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. I think what you have going is great, dude. Especially how much time and effort you're putting into it has a lot of room to grow. So
That is, I feel it's highly original considering Indian country is pretty small,
Yeah.
and I don't hear a lot of or I don't actively search for native podcasts. Like yours is I feel that it has way more room to grow and could be bigger.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more than natives on there.
That's kind of tight though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you do have more native people on there or whatever, I have a few friends, like we could probably even direct Raven towards them,
Oh yeah.
She's an artist friend of ours from down in Carson, but I think she just got a contract or something with Supreme, like the clothing line.
Oh yeah.
So now she's shooting ideas or something at them or doing some art for them or something. So
That's badass.
it's just kind of cool. Which I used to sit out in the hallway and do art with her, and that's how we kind of met. But I don't really do shit. I don't do art anymore. I haven't had time because I do so much other shit, and especially a 2-hour commute on top of at least an 8-hour shift at work. It's like fuck.
Yeah.
It's rough.
What about you, James? Still doing art?
Yeah. Well, on occasion, yes, but it's like Steven, it's time. I'm working on this house, work, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's always just life gets in the way, but I do have a lot of things on the back burner. I have a whole list on my phone, just stuff I need to get done. and stuff that I keep adding. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm gonna do this whole series on this. But then it's always time, which you always run out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never enough time.
You know, I'm even dabbling in writing now, which is fun.
I thought about doing that, just writing a fucking novel too. I'm like, shit, I'm at my computer long enough, dude. I'll just write. See if I can come up like some of these boys, you know? Like, oh, what's up, Joe Hill? You're just an associate now?
Yeah.
Instead of one of the people that I like reading?
Are we friends now?
Cool. You want to give me a shout out on one of my books on the back? Thanks.
But it's always the main thing is time, which hopefully after this whole house is said and done with, I'll have more of it, and it gives me more. Yeah, I'll give me more time to do the artwork I want to do and what I want to write down.
Yeah.
Steve read what I sent him, one little thing I'm working on.
It's pretty. I'd like to see it done on paper, but I think it would be fun for sure. It's like a cool little project that they have going. So I think
is it a comic or?
Yeah.
Is it?
I'll message you it.
It's a little crossover thing, but yeah.
I've never seen it, and hopefully no one thinks of it who has more of a foot in the door than I do first. Well, yeah, I'm kind of excited, but it's just something where, huh?
Oh, I said, yeah, send me it.
Yeah, it's just something where I don't know. I don't have an outline for it. Me and Javier thought of the title, and then I just started writing things down. And so now I'm just doing, in writing, they call it seating, which is flying by the seat of your pants. And that's what I'm pretty much doing. Is just writing what sounds good, and then hopefully it's comprehensive enough to make it work.
Into something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like the exact opposite of that, dude. I'm like a fucking, I need to have a plan. Yeah, like I need to sit down, like kind of like how Tom King writes. I don't know if you've ever read any of like his director's cut editions, but it shows his script, right? And the way he writes his script is he's like, boom, sheet 1, 6 panels, first panel, this person's walking up to the door.
Yeah.
Here's the dialogue,
that's
shit like that. So
that's
how I am.
Most good writers, that's how most good writers in the comics industry do it. And then they once they get comfortable with their artist and they have a good back and forth, that's when they could be like, I could trust him. I know he's going to bang out this page. So it'll just be like
page 1,
4 panels, so-and-so talks to this, and that's it. And then they'll fucking bang it out.
Which is sick.
Damn.
I feel like maybe I should write too. I have I'm like a grammar Nazi, so I like to put things together, and I'm like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Even though I haven't been looking up words in the dictionary, we won't talk about that. Like be anal.
Yeah, I just try to put out whatever is bumbling around in my head onto paper.
Which I should.
Yeah.
I fucked that up, Russell. You hear me? Don't make that same mistake.
Don't be me.
Don't be me.
Look at me. You don't want to be this.
Overweight, under attractive. Fuck.
You got your whole life ahead of you, Roman. Don't do it.
Yeah, well, we'll see, man. I mean, I have a couple of different projects and stuff going on the side. I do some vocals too. I have a buddy who hit me up about going on one of his tracks, and so I'm gonna do that with him. We'll see, man. I feel like I have a lot of stuff I could do, but I just don't do it. And I think if I take something and run with it, like I'll be obsessed with it, and then potentially can make it happen, But I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, so for me, it always just boils down again to time.
Yep.
Like I always run out of time. Like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but then all of a sudden, like, fuck, work was hard. Like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to watch this TV show and go to sleep.
It's life, though, dude.
Yeah, but
it's about getting older, and maybe someday we'll just fucking take that leap, though, And then we'll end up in Oklahoma on Okie Podcast, dude, sitting next to Russell instead of sitting here on Zoom. About how we made it, dude.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Just fly down right now.
Shit, dude. I'd love to fucking
round trips are $20.
Are they?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, shit, we'll be here tomorrow, homie. there was actually one of the superintendents from the last work I was at. He's from Tulsa, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, his name was Michael. Was it Michael? Can't remember his last name. I used to call him by his last name though.
Tulsa's cool.
He's this Hispanic guy, dude. He's fucking hilarious. He's bald. Had this loud. He's like He's making fun of all that. But yeah, he was pretty cool, dude. But he went back out there. I actually have another coworker that was working with me up here, and they're out there building like a Google factory or some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're working on that.
Oh shit.
It's like, damn, I could have done that, but here we are. In Nevada, whack.
Right.
At least you got the Raiders.
Don't talk about you, dude. Don't do that. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, at least you got the Raiders. It's okay, dude. I mean, like I said, we have better gun laws here than California, so I'm okay with that. Yeah. That's the only thing I really even have to pay attention to now. It's crazy though when you're going from like one state that allows you to conceal and shit like that into another state, you literally have to like pull your shit apart, fucking lock it up in the back of your car, dude. It's crazy. Just remember that if you're ever flying you got to go to Oklahoma, dude, or if you're driving when you're going through those states, dude, because they'll pull you over. What the fuck, James?
I'm like, can't search my car without a warrant. Dog, I'm smart.
But then they're like, what was that you said? You have weed on your breath hole? And then they're gonna fucking come after you, dude.
Nope. Don't say nothing, don't do nothing. I don't know, this whole thing with cops, I fucking hate them. I know my rights, I know what I can and can't do.
It's true, dude. But yeah. Overall, Oklahoma's cool though. How's your guys' weather out there?
Right now it's like in the 70s.
Oh shit!
Didn't you say you had like ice storm like not too long ago?
Fuck yeah! So it had ice storm, then it snowed, and like a couple days later, it just 60, 70 degrees.
What the fuck, dude?
Like, I thought weather was just supposed to be hot and wet, not ice.
Yeah, wait. So this ice storm, what is it? Is it like fucking shards of ice just fucking coming at people or what? Yeah, dude.
So it's just like a lot of sleet, and then it's like below freezing, so it fucking sticks to the ground, and it just all forms into like this ice rink. You're fucking like in our neighborhood, people were like pulling their ice skates out and skating around. So
oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, it was yeah. And then we couldn't go anywhere, so we bought some groceries from Shipped. And this poor guy, man, he fucking pulled up, and I should have met him out there, but I didn't. I was just watching him. I was watching him through the window, and he fucking had like 2 bags full of shit. And as soon as he stepped on our sidewalk, man, he slipped and he busted his fucking ass and threw all our shit on the ground. And I was like, oh my God, like I felt so bad, but I just couldn't stop watching. So he got it, like he rolled over to his fucking on all fours. He rolled over and like he was all pissed off. He's all hitting the ground. And then like a bunch of our stuff fell out of the bag, so he had to put them all in the bags again. And he got up really slow and he started walking like really slow on the sidewalk. And I was like, damn, he's gonna fall again. I was like, he's just gonna be like, fuck this shit and fucking take off. But
just throw the bags.
I would just slid him up the driveway and been like, all right, it's here, it's on you.
I saw that shit with you at UPS, dude. A couple of packages and they slid them up the fucking driveway, dude.
In a cardboard box and slid it up. Like,
there you go.
Fuck you. Eat shit. I don't care about this job.
Did you say something like, hey, why is my fucking can of raviolios fucking all fucked up?
Be careful with that.
No, like he put it on the porch and he like messaged me. He goes, your stuff's here. And I never messaged back. And he was waiting outside, I guess, to watch me get my stuff. And I waited until he left because I just couldn't, like, I don't know. I didn't want him to say anything when I opened my door.
You okay?
Like,
so-
damn, dog, I saw you fucking break your asshole. You all right?
I was like, oh man, could we get in trouble for that? Like, is it our property or what? But I don't know. He just bounced out.
That's city side, right? That's on the sidewalk, bro. That's the city's fault. Actually, unless you're in an HOA, then it's your responsibility to clean off in front of your house. But we won't talk about that, dude. You're fine. I don't think it covers ice storms.
That was pretty crazy. And then nobody could travel anywhere, so but it's all good now.
Yeah.
Everything's
It's
melted.
kind of going on here still a little bit, but not
What's
bad,
the-
dude.
What's the
Not
last
as-
Comic Con you guys went to?
Vegas?
I think Vegas sounds about right.
Yeah. Wait. That was the one here.
Oh yeah,
Pop Culture Con.
Pop Culture Con. There's one that happens here. Yeah, that's probably the last one because you were in that one.
Yeah.
So the Reno Pop Culture Con was the last one that we actually like went to. That's here in Reno. They had a couple of like main stars and shit like that. It wasn't huge or anything. James actually had a booth there and was selling some prints.
Oh yeah.
Fucking killed it. And then before that it was San Diego Comic Con.
Was Steve with you when you met Nia Jax?
No, that was my friend Alex.
Oh, was it?
We were in LA at this some random breakfast spot, and then me and Alex walked in. We sat there and we noticed these two people like recording a podcast
Mhm.
and like the table next to us. And then I noticed one of the guys with them. He had like a WWE it looked like an official shirt.
Mhm.
And I was like, I think those guys are wrestlers. And then we met our friends there, and they came in. And then my buddy Sky, who's like the main wrestling guy, he's like, "Yo, that's what is the other woman's name?
Was it
I can't remember.
Tamina?
No, it was a little white girl, blonde hair.
Bliss, Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Alexa. He's like, that's Alexa
Yeah.
Bliss. She's the women's champion right now. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, they're saying their goodbyes. And then finally, I stood up and was like, hey, could we get like a picture? And Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, they're all cool about it. Like, yeah. And so we went outside and took that picture. It was pretty cool. I didn't know who they were. I was kind of mad. I wasn't mad. I just asked like, why didn't you jump in, Sky? But he was like, my girlfriend wouldn't. She'd get mad. I was like, oh, you're the bigger wrestling fan than I am, and we just jumped in. Yeah, and then we went that night. We went and saw Raw, like live, because it was at the Staples Center or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we got tickets, and that was cool.
When's the last
But yeah,
time
the
you watched
last-
wrestling?
The last time I watched wrestling, my sister
Before
was a
that?
big. Before that,
Yeah.
like years. Like I'd catch it here and there, but I wouldn't watch a full like match or whatever.
Uh-huh.
My sister is like the bigger wrestling fan now for some reason.
Mhm.
And so she's always watching it. So I don't know anybody anymore. I don't know who the hell's who.
Man, you better get on
Whatever, dog.
it. No.
I'll just ask her who the hell this guy is. They ain't, I don't know. Wrestling's weird now. They don't have no cool characters, you know?
Yeah, like a fucking Attitude Era.
Yeah. Like
That was the shit.
90s wrestling. You ain't gonna have no Sergeant Slaughter nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no Gold Dust running around.
Gold Dust.
People like that.
Damn, he's still wrestling too.
They're no old man.
Gold Dust.
But stuff like that. But yeah, the last convention was like Pop Culture Con, which was cool because I just put in an application for getting a booth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I didn't think they'd give it to me. Because I was just like, like being an artist, like you're your biggest critic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, my shit fucking sucks. I'm not gonna get on there. And then they were like, yep, here's a booth. Here you go. I was like, oh, fucking crazy. And then again, that following weekend, I had a booth at another convention, and I did really well there too. It's called Snafu. It was like Sierra Nevada Anime Fans Unite. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But they have I'm a fan of like the small conventions for some reason
Mm-hmm.
because it's more like personal. and you get to meet everyone. Like you get to meet like people closer and shit.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people bustling around, and like big crowds kind of freak me out sometimes. Do you guys have any conventions out there in Oklahoma?
Yeah, we do. We had Comic-Con,
Mm-hmm.
and we got a Wizard World.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wizard World's a good one.
Yeah. And there's another one that's called I think it's just called Pop Culture Con or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably that same one.
That's
Yeah.
probably the same one that came here.
Yeah, we went to the Comic-Con one when it was here 2018, I think. And never been to a Comic-Con. So I was really excited. And but damn, like who do they have there? The only like person I know that was like big that they had was Ron Perlman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And but damn, like his pictures are like 80, like to get a picture with him.
Yep.
And then like 50 for an autograph or something. So anyways, we're like walking around and he leaves his little booth area. So he has his sunglasses on and like he's walking like really slow. And it's weird because nobody's like stopping him.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, man, I'm gonna go ask him for a picture. Fuck this. So I start following him and I was like, damn, where's he going? And so I keep following him and he goes to the bathroom and I was like, oh God, fuck it. So I go in the bathroom with him. And then he goes to the urinal and so I go to the urinal next to him. I was like, okay, this is fucking weird. So I had to force myself to like pee because I was like, I didn't have to pee, but I didn't want to like stand there and say, so can I get a picture?
As you're pissing.
Yeah, as we're pissing. And then I just like pissed, and then he got done before I did, and he washed his hands and he walked out, and I was like, God damn it. So I just got in my head with like, I don't know, he looked kind of pissed off, like he looked tired too. So I didn't want to like, be that fan to like, I don't know, push him over the edge. So I didn't ask him for a picture. But I did get to see that junk, so that's good.
What I did is something.
That's fucking funny, dude.
We did that with what's his name?
Yeah, the other Boondock Saint, not Norman Reedus, but Sean Patrick Flannery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was walking around the Reno convention. No one's stopping him. And then me and him seen him with, hey, can we get a picture? And then he looks around. He's like, yeah, make it fast. And then so we snapped one, and that's when like people started noticing. And then right after he snapped our picture, he like disappeared, and there's a woman standing with her phone out. She's like, and then he was gone.
Yeah. Which was tight. That we actually have that picture.
Yeah.
Somewhere floating around. So
I think it's still it's somewhere.
Actually, it's on their Instagram, I think.
Yeah, I think I've seen
it. Put it on there.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
Other than that, I mean, we also Beef got to get a signature from Stan Lee down at a Las Vegas Comic-Con that we went to. That was pretty tight. I just saw him from a distance. I'm like, hey. Hi.
Yeah, I tried to be the covert phone, and then they were like hawks, man. There's certainly you couldn't get a picture off.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Damn. Holy shit. What are you signing?
I have Amazing Spider-Man number 80, which is the first appearance of Rhino. So I had that. So it was pretty cool. I don't have a cool Stan Lee story because he's like 94 when I saw him. And I don't know, my Stan Lee story is kind of sad because I felt kind of bad for him. Just because he was like, it felt like seeing King Kong, like him in chains. And it's like, damn, just leave him alone. He's old.
Yeah.
But it's Stan Lee. And even everyone I was talking to in line, they're just like, yeah, he's probably not going to be around for much longer. So that's why I came here. And I was like, yeah, me too. And then you see him, he's kind of just an old man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I understand he has to put on the Stan Lee for like the crowds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I don't know. I just seen the man, And when he just had my book, and he's like, where do I put it? And then his hand, he had a handler. He's like, just right there. And he signed his name. It was just like conveyor belt. Which I don't know. I felt kind of bad.
Yeah, well, later on too, it's like, what's my name?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's like a video of him at a con, and he's like, "Wait, what's my name again?" He's like, "Yeah, he was on his way out at that time." You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty rough to see, but I mean, the man's a fucking legend,
Yeah.
literally. So
It was rough, but it was like, I still got something signed. I still got to see him in real life. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I watched from a distance.
The only thing I
I was
regret,
like, "Oh, cool."
the only thing I regret not doing is like just getting the pictures,
Yeah,
because the pictures were like $120.
Damn.
But I would have easily forked over.
right now I would.
Yep.
Shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's one of my prized possessions is my signed Stanley book. Even though it's a low grade, but I don't give a shoot. Low grade or no grade, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Long as you love it, shit.
Yeah.
None of that shit matters.
Yeah, who else we meet? Todd McFarlane.
Met Todd McFarlane. I've met a lot of like random fucking people, like Ty Templeton, which is an artist from Canada. Had him do a sketch for me. That's pretty much it, though. I've never really met the people.
Yeah.
I've walked up to like artist booths and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but nothing crazy. But I am collecting all these Power Ranger books with their fucking original Power Ranger cast signed on them. So
Oh, nice. Damn.
I fuck with that heavily.
That's fair.
I just got one actually.
But it's crazy to think that like people who've created these massive characters in pop culture now, and their booth is empty.
Yep.
Like they're just sitting there. When it was like they created Killer Croc, Homeboy who created like Nightwing and stuff. His booth was like popping a little bit, but then mainly they're just sitting there.
It's all about that hype, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever's hot at the moment, that's all people care about. Or
Mhm.
a lot of like for example, San Diego Comic-Con, I was telling you, you can go down Artist Alley and meet pretty much whoever you want, unless it's for like a major book that's going on right now. You can literally just fucking walk up to him, like Boss Logic. You can fucking walk up to him all day long, and but then you get booths for like, oh, meet this star, meet this movie character,
Yeah.
and it's fucking like popping. So it's the Comic-Con's turned more into like
The media
the
side.
media side for sure. So it's kind of weird, but whatever. Better for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still trying to go.
Yeah.
I've been trying to go.
I
Are they
wanna go to
redoing?
San Diego.
Yeah. Are they redoing ticket sales for this year, or are they still just going off of what
I haven't heard
happened last year?
anything yet, dude. And I'm hoping there's a lot of shit going on this year, but I'm like, it's already March.
Mhm.
So you have what, 4 months
Yeah.
to prepare for it and have everyone prepare for it. I don't know if they're gonna do it. I think it'll probably be next year, if anything.
Yeah.
So but I still got my tickets.
I'm trying to go.
Still trying to go.
Well, take me with you.
I know, right?
Dude, I've tried to get shit. We waited because it's like a lottery program. So I went not last year, but the year before. So yeah, 19?
Mhm.
So 2019, I went for the first time ever. And apparently, if you get in that year, it's easier for you to get in the next year because you can sign in for like the early access. And it's like a lottery, dude. So you sign in and you literally wait for your name to get fucking picked before you can even buy anything. My name never got picked.
And all the while you're just watching like Thursday tickets running low.
Yep.
Thursday tickets sold out. Friday tickets running low. Friday tickets sold out. And you're just watching them get sold out in front of you, and you're just like, fuck.
Which
Oh.
so I did both of them. I did both rounds. So I did the early access ones, and then I did the normal access ones. And I waited both times for 2 hours. Never got picked. And I got lucky enough where one of my buddies, he's like, all right, I'm in. And then he bought my tickets plus like his other homies. But it's like, you literally have to be ready to fucking pay for it. So we tried to get James in. We tried to get our homie Alex in. And it didn't fucking
Yeah, all of us were just sitting there, phones and computers, just waiting.
Yep.
And then, it's fun. I feel like that one's the toughest, but I don't know. I don't want to go to San Diego.
It's not fun.
I'd rather go to New York, or like I was telling Russell, I like the smaller conventions more.
Yeah,
It's more
no,
personal.
absolutely. I agree. Like New York Comic-Con, I've heard it's like, it's big, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like my buddy, he was literally walking up to like Matina,
Yeah.
for example. And he was just like, "Oh, you want any of this? I'm looking at it right now. That's Matina sitting right fucking there."
Yeah.
So yeah, something like that's cool. But yeah, San Diego Comic-Con, man, literally you're fucking butt to nut for a huge stretch, man. It took you, I think it was like 40 minutes just to walk across the whole convention center, dude. It's
Yeah.
packed. But Riley Reid was there.
Word. Was here?
No, she was
Oh.
there on Saturday and I wasn't there. I was like, shit, if I saw Riley Reid, I'd take a picture next to her butt, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Butt shot. I would do the same thing. But yeah, New York.
Yeah, we should.
I'm shooting for it.
I have a couple buddies who live out there too. So.
Look at that. We got a place to stay. Fried Potatoes live from New York Comic Con.
Oh shit.
Yo, now that it's out in the universe, I'm down as fuck.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, yeah, I don't want to go to Comic-Con now in San Diego.
Yeah, like I don't know. From what I've heard, people like it's always the theory that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like the Wizard of Oz. It's pretty cool up until you see the man behind the curtain. Then you're like, man, this place kind of sucks, and it's hot and it smells. But yeah, I always like the smaller ones. It's just more fun. Then you find more like more heaters down there.
Yep. People aren't as anal. They don't fucking price gouge like at these other cons and
Yeah.
shit. It's like, yeah, at these cons you'll find whatever book you want marked up about 30% from what you can get on the internet for.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
But I think when we were in Vegas, this one booth we were at, like, I don't know, that guy had me sweaty.
Yeah.
Like, he had all these books, and they're not like key books, but they're like kind of key books, if you know what I mean. Like, he had the first appearance of Banshee and X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought it for like $15. And he's just like, yeah, it's like 20% off this pile right here. And I was like, easy. Yeah. Like, tell him to say less and I'll spend more. And I was at his booth the
Bulk of the time.
yeah. I'd walk around and then I'd come back and just be like, oh, look at this Vision set. I found that, bought that for like $25 or something.
Which is fucking gangster.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
I have 2 sets of those.
The one and I was
Because
like,
yeah.
I was like, this one, I don't want to butcher his name, but there's a guy he called his like the Sweaties, his like group of fans the Sweaties, and I understand why now. Is because when you come across like a book you've been looking for or a booth that's selling those heaters, you're just like sweating.
Yeah.
That was me. I was like, you got to keep your cool.
Yeah.
Don't show your hand just yet.
If you ever need to go to a con, bro, pick us up.
Yeah. New York, we're trying.
We should try to go.
I'm down.
Like I said, now it's out in the universe. Like I said, now it's gonna be in my head, and I'm gonna try to shoot for New York Comic Con.
Fuck yeah.
When is it? November?
I think so. Yeah, November-ish.
Oh yeah.
November. Save your cash. And we'll go. We'll fight everyone there. Yeah. Who would be your dream guest? Not anyone super celebrity, but like just someone if you'd asked them, it would be cool if they said yes.
Probably Joe Rogan, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He could just talk the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is all unedited.
Yeah. This is all unedited. I mean,
Whatever you want to talk about, just talk about it.
yeah. He's just so like knowledgeable about a bunch of shit.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, like I don't really listen to him now because it's kind of like it's different now with the Spotify deal.
Yeah.
Like used to when it was just him doing his own thing, it was kind of like funner, I guess. But I was trying to listen to it on Spotify with his deal going on, and it's kind of
Now he's probably got all his rules and stuff he's got to follow.
yeah, he does actually.
Mm-hmm. See.
I think he had one guest on that used the incorrect word or something, so a bunch of Spotify employees were trying to boycott Joe Rogan.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Oh
weird.
no.
That was like one of his first couple episodes, I think, that happened. I forgot what happened, like what word was used, but the employees of Spotify didn't agree with it, so they wrote the owner of Spotify, like, I don't know, basically it's either us or him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't appreciate him and his guests talking about that.
Bye.
It's like, God.
Yeah. Who would ours be?
Our dream guest?
Yeah, who?
It'd be kind of cool, like get the guy who played like Jason. You know what I'm saying?
Kane Hodder?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like somebody like that. I mean, it doesn't even have to be like a major superstar, but
Yeah, I was thinking like Nick Castle.
that'd be sick.
He's the original Michael Myers.
Yo.
And he also directed a little movie called Major Pain.
Shit, I'd even have Jason David Frank on here, dude.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Oh.
about Power Ranger movies with him.
What you do is CM Punk, you still hate him? Or what's going on with
Yeah,
that?
dude. Interrogate him.
Yeah.
He'd probably fucking want to fight us after that, though.
Let's fight.
Fuck you, Jason David Frank. Will you sign this? Well, fuck you, Jason David
Sign
Frank.
this first before I fuck you up. Fun story about Jason David Frank. At the Wizard World Comic Con here. When was that? Like 2017?
Shit, that was a while ago.
16?
Maybe 2016.
It was 2016. He was there, and his booth was jumping the whole weekend. But anyways, my buddy Alex, who I took the picture with, he was standing outside his booth, and the booths are like curtains, you know that. He's standing on the other side, and then he puts his phone through the curtain and then takes a picture of him. And then as he like turns his back and he's like looking at the picture, and then Jason David Frank like pokes his head out and he's like, "Did you get a good one?" And then Alex was like, "Oh, what?" And then he like got nervous and walked off.
Typical Alex, dude.
Yeah, fucking Alex, idiot. I would have taken another one, but like, boop.
Now I did.
I was just like, yeah, bye. All right, later. But yeah, that's my Jason. That's his Jason David Frank story that I have for no reason.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about Jason on the Power Ranger episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He came down to this it's a little comic book store. It's called Asylum Comics, I think. So he came over there and just did like a little signing.
Fuck yeah.
I think over the summer.
He does that shit all the time, dude. I have a book signed by him too.
Yeah.
I should have went over there and got something signed.
Yeah, you should have.
But-
Or you should have told me. I would have hit you up. I would have been like, yo, I'll send you shit right now. I'll send you shit for you, and I'll send you shit for you.
Yo, if I was you and I'd be doing that podcast, I'd have that belt on my shoulder every podcast. And we don't even talk about wrestling. It's just there.
All my homies are into wrestling, dude. I was never into it.
Yeah, we're just talking about that.
Yeah. I don't really watch it now. It's kind of weird now.
What's
You
that?
guys are talking about how the characters just aren't any good anymore.
Mm-hmm. Like everyone had a thing back then, and now it's just like, I don't know.
I was a Kane and Undertaker kind of guy.
Yeah, that's
when I watched that, like I had seen maybe like fucking.
But once they had
episodes.
their thing though, you know.
Yeah.
Kane and Undertaker is like, oh fuck, that's tight.
Yeah.
And now who do you have? I don't even know. Can't even think of on the top of my head. Roman Reigns.
Yeah, they got Roman Reigns.
Oh, we went to they had a SmackDown Live here. We went there. That was pretty cool. Got to see Randy Orton, the Viper.
Oh yeah, Randy Orton.
That was
for
pretty
a
tight.
long ass time.
Yes. And he looked like he didn't want to be there, but I don't give a fuck. It was tight. It didn't help that like it was one of the hottest summers we've had, and it was hot as fuck. But what else are you looking forward to with your podcast?
Probably just keeping it going.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of times where, well, when I couldn't record, I was like, man, it's kind of nice. But it's like another part of me was like, I want to record. I want to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like procrastination sometimes. So, but just hopefully keep going and keep having cool guests and
Yeah, just keep putting your feelers out there.
yeah.
Keep on keeping on, like Joe Dirt.
Life's a garden, dig it.
Get some sponsors.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's where those ratings and reviews and shit come in handy, you know?
Yeah.
If you're like if you're on Spotify and shit, the better the ratings or the more ratings you get to, they basically have people, they sponsor you for getting good reviews and shit. So, which I didn't know that. So I never tell people like, oh yeah, make sure you rate and review.
Just listen.
You said that. You were the one telling people like when you give us a shout out, you're like, yeah, be sure to rate and review. And I'm like, oh fuck, we probably should have been doing that
Doing this for a whole goddamn year. Didn't even know any of this. We're just throwing it out there and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it helped, but I didn't know it like helped sponsorships, the rating and reviews. But I just knew it
I actually
helped
found that out from Scared. What was it? Scared to Death. That podcast I listened to. I actually found that out from them because they're like, oh, we'll be back after a quick sponsor break, and then there would be no sponsor, and it would just jump straight back into their story.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought it up, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we just do that. So if we ever do have a sponsor to throw in there, we will. He's like, but you guys keep up with those, continuous ratings and reviews. It helps us get sponsors and blah blah blah. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I don't like that.
Yeah, squirrels.
House is moving.
Holy shit.
I hate that. I don't like that.
Oh, shit, that's funny. Do that all day. But yeah, I mean, we'll keep shouting you out. We're glad to fucking have another homie doing this.
Mm-hmm.
We got a few people out there doing it, and we're all having the same conversation. We're kind of stagnant. Nobody's blowing up or anything, but we keep coming with that good content, and hopefully it just happens.
If one of us makes it, we all make it.
That's right. That's right, baby.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And be sure to check out James and Steve on the Ripe Potatoes podcast. We're going to go ahead and cut this. Do both of y'all want to give out your social media? No.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at xchief_beefx.
You can follow me at comicxsteve, and you can follow our podcast at _ripe_potatoes.
And please, everyone, go check out the Ripe Potatoes. They have really awesome content, and they're doing a podcast that nobody else is doing. And if you have time, go to the Rotten Tomatoes podcast and write a bad review and tell them that they stole an idea and give them 1 star. Let them know that what they're doing is wrong.
Half a star.
Yeah, half a star.
The only reason you get a star is because I can't write a comment without one.
But yeah, until next time, y'all. Peace.
Later.